Alright, so we'll record this because I know people are like when I put them up on YouTube to watch later. Um, so you should be able to see my desktop with just a Trade Ideas Oddmaker window. Just let me know in the chat if you can. I'll move the chat here so people see what I see. Okay, so this is, again, I'm not going to take full credit for it. I can't remember the guy's name, but I took ideas from this one and then kind of altered it myself. So essentially the premise behind this one, and I'll bring over a chart and I'll show a couple that it called recently that worked okay, is looking for stocks that have gapped up, cheaper stocks. You can see max price here of 10 bucks, that have gapped up very strongly and then ran in the morning and then are starting to sell off a little bit later in the day. And again, you can see, it's right about 60% of the time, which is about what I look for, right? I want, on average, 2 of every 3 trades, thereabouts, to be right. Average winner is 40 cents, average loser is 18 cents. The buying power required for 100 shares is just really, really tiny, which is great. And you can see most winning days in row 9, most losing 4, best winning days 335, losing days 40 bucks. So all in all, it's pretty solid. Some work to do on it. So for the people, again, I'll share this in the room, but for the people that are looking to just replicate it themselves, we're looking for something at least 18% on the close, between $2 and $10. We need minimum volume, and I'll go over the exact ways to trade it soon. Distance from the inside market doesn't matter too much, and max change, it has to have ran down 2% in 60 minutes. So essentially what you're going to see on the chart is you're going to see a big gap up and a big move higher usually, and then a swift pullback, and we're trying to short into that pullback. Kind of goes with my theme that I really like on fading kind of overdone gaps. So we'll go to K1 because this is the first actual live trade I took on this, and it was on this day here. You can see on the daily chart, right, we had a very, very large gap up, right? A gap from about $3 to a little over 7. Had this little spike up and then started to run down. And as it ran down, it gave me the alert, I believe at 680 is where I got in. I can actually reset connection. I can actually find that out. History. 9th, I think. No, what day is this? Yeah, the 10th. Which is another great thing about trade ideas. It's very easy just to go through and say, okay, if you want to look at the trades individually, say, okay, what would it have given me and when? So here's K1, and the first alert is obviously the only important one. Geez. 942. So that will be 1042 over here. So right in this candle somewhere, it would have given the alert to short. So I think I actually got short at, I think it was 680. And then we'll go over the rules of the strategies here, right? So the entries between 1040, and sorry for the confusion. So 1040 here is the same as 940 here, because I'm on the east coast of Canada, so things are a little different. You basically just hold it all day with a 20-cent stop. Hold it until 4, and again, so that would be my time, so that would be 3 New York time. So with that one, that's exactly what I did. So I bought it at, or I shorted it at 680 with a stop over 7. It was, I believe it was after the spike, and just left it there. And I looked back at it right before the close. We were in this area somewhere. So this was about a point, with a 20-cent risk, which was great. For swing traders, continued lower. And then for a loser that it did was ORHP. I remember because I took this, it gave it right in this area about the 330s, right? So I just shorted there with my 20-cent stop in the 350s, and it held on most of the day and then came up here and stopped you out. So again, it seems to be in forward testing, it seems to be holding what it said it did in back testing, which was, right about 60% of the time, and makes much, much more than it loses, which is a great strategy. And you can see there's times of flat performance, which we might be coming into here, and times of good performance. I believe oh, go away. I've been fighting with Windows for that for months. So during the times of flat performances, I think it's going to be when the market is uptrending strongly, or maybe earnings season. So that's the next bit of research to do is, okay, when is it, what's causing this type of performance and this type of performance, and what's causing the rise in performance from. So I think this is going to be one to keep on the burner for when you have really weak days and really weak periods in the market. Just like I have ones that I keep kind of on the back burner for really strong periods of the market. And then, it's just your job then as a trader to go through them and to figure out what strategies are going to work the best in which markets. So yeah, that's a good one. I'll actually save that to the cloud so I can share it with you guys. Boom. So there's that. And yeah, I was having a chat. Jason in the room was saying that they were upping their Trade Ideas was upping their rates soon, and they actually have a get out of here a launch date planned for their charts, and I think it's the 22nd. Just going to their website. So everybody with a Trade Ideas subscription right now will get locked into or grandfathered into your rate, regardless of whether you did, the Advantage Player or the or a monthly rate or whatever that is. You're in there. The only thing is, if you're thinking of getting Trade Ideas, it's going to cost a little bit more soon. Yeah, I just checked on the website, and it's the 22nd. So if you're thinking about Trade Ideas at all, now would be the time to pull the trigger. Yes, you can. You can link trade or Thinkorswim charts with Trade Ideas. It's not the greatest. It works kind of hit and miss. But yeah, you can. And from what I've seen, their charts look good. They don't have indicators programmed in. So if you're a MACD or an RSI guy or anything like that, probably not going to be a fan. But simple charts, and it looks like they're actually going to mark where the alert came in. So you'll click on the alert, and it will bring up the charts, and it will say, okay, well, we told you about this thing here. So you can very easily see, okay, am I late? Is it still near the price where it warned me about? Maybe it's alerting me here, but maybe I can see and get a better price somewhere else. So again, looks very very interesting, and I will post again in the room my that $8.99 link that gives you the full year of Trade Ideas and the mention that. Yeah, that you'll be locked into that as well, and I actually asked them about that because that's what I did. Let me really quick here. Let me go because I have my page that for the deals. Come on now. I think the internet in just Halifax is not the best right now. These here, actually, Jason, these two here are the scans that I give most mornings, and they are really good. They are just, everything's sorted. They need to have a certain amount of daily volume and a certain amount of pre-market volume, and it sorts everything by standard deviation from this historical move. But then there's also, I guess I can just go on like a full show off. You can go into, in fact, hold on, let me save my layout before I do this. Oh, it doesn't like when you try to save. Let's just save it. They also have this channel bar, which I guess is going to get beefed up in August. Talking to the guys, since I've been really big into it, I've actually talked to them quite a bit. And they're actually really good guys to talk to. So someone was mentioning, Christina was mentioning this plan here, and this is what I did personally. Is I took the the 250 thereabout bucks first month, and then 43 bucks a month thereafter. So what I would do is if you're only going to do it for, you don't know, right? You're new to a trader, you don't know what's going on. Go with the 75 bucks a month. Lock yourself into that soon. And again, I'll give the links again. It'll save you 25 bucks a month when they up it for the charts, and they might up it again for the new channel they're coming out with too, or it might be a separate price. I can talk to them again about that, but this is what I use, where it was just 250 bucks outright, and then it's only 40 bucks a month. And then again, this is going to be a tax write-off for against any trading expenses, but these will not change. Basically, if you're a Trade Ideas member now, you get everything locked in. They're just grandfathering you in. If you sign up after the 22nd, then you have to pay their new rights, basically. So Jason was talking about a pre-market scan. They actually have this kind of cool channel bar, which I use sometimes, which has scans built into it. So you can actually just click pre-market. And this is their pre-built pre-market window, right? That has up gappers and down gappers sorted by percentage move. And has pre-market activity, so it'll actually tell you about pre-market highs and lows and things like that. So I usually put this on in the morning. You can actually click on any of these, and you can actually get a bunch of data about them. What do they do? You can actually customize this, because I don't really care about revenue or debt or EPS or anything, but mine's customized to tell me the float, tell me the short float. That type of thing. But this bar is really, really cool. I use this quite a bit. I've actually stolen a bunch of these scans and tweaked them and turned them into my optimized scans from here. So like this options activity one, I'm working on one now that has, I'm trying to take this unusual options volume and turn this into a trading strategy, right? Where if we can see like a surge in call or put volume, and then maybe the break of a 15-minute high or something like that, there might be some continuation there. So that's something I'm working on as well. So yeah, so they have all these, and they're actually going to be adding one soon. This is what they're adding in August. And again, I don't know the pricing exactly, but I think people are going to be grandfathered in. If you already have Trade Ideas, and this you have to have Trade Ideas and the odds maker. If not, I think you can pay $100 a month for it, but they're going to come out with an optimized channel. And all that's going to be is going to be scans that they built, and they basically have hired a team of guys to sit there and just build scans all day and run them through the odds maker. And it's going to be just a massive list of all of their scans, which you can just take whatever you want and customize however you want. But they're going to be constantly updating that with new and different scans. And I guess they're going to be for day traders and swing traders, and like this is actually one that is going to be in the odds maker, which is just a bit ridiculous. But it's a swing trading strategy that I think it's a 3 or 4 day hold on biotechs. It's not working the best now. That's why I haven't shared it yet. But you can see that it would have, with $44,000 in buying power and $25,000 starting equity, just trading 100 shares, it would have made almost what's that, 15,000 in 3 months. So very interesting what they're doing with these. And again, Jason was asking if I like the odds maker. I absolutely love the odds maker. I basically don't trade anything anymore unless it's an optimized odds maker trade. I'll scalp some of the news plays with the guys, and I'll take some of GSP's calls, and you'll actually notice that there's been a lot less calls from me lately, is because I'm literally just sitting here waiting for trade ideas to say, short this, put out a 20-cent stop, check on it in an hour. And it just doing that it's keeping me very profitable and very robotic and very taking all the emotion out of trading. All the work's being done the night before, and I'm basically just being a robot and doing exactly what my scans are telling me to, which I'm actually going to hint to my next super top secret project that I'm talking about, and trying to figure out. I'm not there yet, but I'm looking at this thing, and again, I'm not going to talk too much about this because it's not working yet, which is a robot that connects between Trade Ideas and Sterling Trader Pro to automatically trade things. I need to get a hold of some more people to figure out why it's not doing some things that I want it to do, but real exciting stuff going on. But I just popped on to share that strategy. Take a look at it, tweak it. If you can think of something better, go ahead. And I'm actually going to ask for your guys' help on something where I'm trying to build. We all know 15-minute RBIs and GBIs. GoPro? Was that one today? Or wait, let's go with UN yesterday. Was it UN? No. So 15-minute RBI and GBI is essentially just you're looking for a big move in one direction, followed by a tight opposite candle, and then a continuation on with that. If anyone has any examples, please let me know. I guess this would be kind of an RBI right here, where you have a big move up, and then you have a little small red candle, and you'd be looking for a break of this high for a higher move. I'm trying to build this into Trade Ideas, and I want to build and refine a strategy based on this, but I'm having a hell of a time. I'm spending hours and hours and hours trying to figure out how to make it look and work correctly. So again, I'll share my email, and any other Trade Ideas guys out there that wants to take on the challenge, let's do it, because it's that's a good example there. Just got a message. So this one here, right? Lots of green candles up, and then a tiny red candle. Buy the break of that with a stop below and have a move. I want to sit down. I want to use the power of the room. Hopefully someone can help me with this strategy because I've been trying for ages. And then the power of Trade Ideas to try to figure out when these work best, and try to come out again something optimized by the odds maker so that we know we're going to be kind of batting in the right direction. So again, I'll post my email if anyone wants to give that a shot. Definitely let me know. And I will post again the trade ideas links. Let me just, I want to stop